Hi everyone, welcome to the presentation from Vox Solutions. My name is Ante, I lead new products at Vox Solutions. Today we want to talk about CLARA. CLARA is our classification and recognition agent, and it's a new innovative solution for automated real-time threat intelligence. Let's start. In today's agenda, we want to talk about the problem we are trying to solve, how we are solving this problem, and how our customers are benefiting from it. So we start with the problem first. And we all know it. SMS is losing trust as a channel. And it's losing trust in two fronts. First one is security, and second one is experience, user experience. Let's go back to the security. So fraud has become more dynamic. Every day new fraud types pop up, and we are trying to catch them. And it's continuously disrupting the SMS business. Now, from the user experience, everyone is affected, the entire ecosystem, the end user of the mobile phone, the brand, and the MNO. And outcome of this low trust is that SMS volumes are dropping down. And from the Vox research, we concluded around 9 billion annually is lost in A2P SMS fraud. So this is a huge problem. And what we want to focus today is how to detect and stop this fraud. Let's see what's right now happening in the market. So SMS fraud is detected in a couple of ways. For example, competitors have a rule-based system, and some of them use ML algorithms. ML, I mean machine learning algorithms. I want to focus on ML algorithms right now. So traditional machine learning methods are efficient, but really heavy on the operations team. And heavy meaning, if you're building ML models, first you need to get the data. That's extremely hard. You need to analyze the data, you need to normalize the data, and then label it. Once all of that is done, you need to train the model. And then you need to put the model in production. The entire process is slow and manual, especially the part where operations needs to manually label each data point in order to build a model, prepare the data for modeling. Now, additional problem all of this is if you have multiple languages, as we do, because we are a global company, you need to do for each language the same. And then scalability is non-existing. And what we see in some of the competitors, they often use English as a source language for translation and then translate back all of the other languages. And what happens is they completely miss contextual awareness. And this leads to inaccuracies. So imagine now you build a model, everything is working well, and there's a new fraud type. You need to now go back and update the entire model again. The same process, same requirements, same manual work, and it's a huge pain. So we want to solve that problem. And then we think we did solve that problem with CLARA. And I want to add additional layer of complexity. When operator is actually labeling data, he's looking at the data, which immediately raises privacy concerns. Let's dig deep in the next slide, where we want to talk about how CLARA is solving this problem. So I want to repeat again. CLARA is a classification and identification engine designed for scalability, multi-language support, and privacy-centric operations. And it does exactly that. So let's dig deep. This is LLM, large language model based solution. And it's trained on vast dataset. Around 70 billion GPU hours were used. And it's multilingual by design. So once we trained the model, there was no need for retraining or translating existing dataset. It's out of the box. And now what we added on top of it is agent-based approach. I'm going to talk a little bit later about that. But what we did is like we have a different LLMs of sizes and capabilities to validate the outputs of the previous models. So what happens is like you have a LLM which goes through the messages and decides on them. Then we have a different LLM of a different size and capability that actually validates the output of the previous ones. And if there are differences and they don't agree, then the previous LLM learns something new. And then it can correct basically the decision made and then continue actually detecting and basically working on the messages. So this creates a feedback loop, so each AI model corrects the output of the previous one. And this is extremely scalable. We have multiple deployment options on-premise, in cloud, however our customer need. And it works continuously, 24/7. And with consistent accuracy, avoiding the limitations of human-dependent models and not having downtime, fatigue, and things like that. So I really wanted to show you this slide, the key benefits. I already spoke about 24/7 model working and how it's like not tiring. It's like a RoboCop. It continuously works. Let's check two different metrics that we calculated from actually our work on a manual work on the model and also LLM. So it's 8.5 times faster than humans in classification of content. So it does it in a few seconds. It's less than a second. And it's 8.5 times faster. Now, if there's a new category and there's a new fraud type, there's something new happening, it's 25 times more faster. Why? Because it has all the knowledge from all of the data set that was trained on. It has new knowledge as the new data set comes in, and it can easily understand new categories, new fraud types coming in. And this is the amazing part of it. So let's talk a little bit about the business model. So Vox business model is managed service. So Vox solution provides CLARA to MNOs at no cost, zero CapEx and zero OpEx. Vox implements CLARA in MNO's network to eliminate fraud and ensure quality of the service. Now, what we gain, Vox gains, is exclusivity for A2P SMS service in return. But there is a very simple reason for this. It shortens implementation time for MNO to fight fraud and start detecting fraud. Since to fight fraud is not cost center for us, but rather revenue generation unit. So incentives for Vox and for MNO are aligned, are in sync. Vox is focused on quality and accuracy of fraud detections, and MNO are focused on quality of A2P SMS services. And there are multiple advantages of this. And I think I mentioned them but I'm going to go through them because I feel that it's important to repeat. This provides a framework where the incentives for both Vox and operator are aligned towards the SMS quality and revenue. We have ability together with MNO to control commercial strategy and address new fraud types coming in, and turns the fraud friction towards the revenue generation. So it's not anymore, oh, it's a cost center. It's like, okay, it's a new revenue for us because we detect fraud and stop it. And CLARA helps eliminate this fraud, ensuring SMS quality and revenue generation. And this has not been overnight. CLARA has been developed over multiple years by remote first team. And we have extensive experience in anti-fraud space, telco, AI, and cybersecurity. And we worked with multiple data set and in multiple languages. And these are our competencies actually building this kind of solution. And one of the notes that I'm really proud of is we are really, really focused in reducing error rates, and especially in complex data environments, multiple countries, multiple languages, multiple fraud types happening all at once at the same time. So, and our customers see that, and they give us trust to actually work, fight fraud for. So I want to go back a little bit about the technology and large language model capabilities. So I think you all heard about agents. Now everybody talks about agents, and this is the CLARA. What CLARA is basically automated agent, multiple agents with a feedback loop for tagging, feeding classified messages back into the system, and immediate actions on those messages. And of course, we build triggers within the system. So when we see that something not happening right, we call it human in the loop. We can add a human in the loop with prompt engineering to improve the model reasoning. So this is underlying technology of CLARA, and we are really very proud of it. So where we see CLARA going on, and with CLARA capabilities and success, we see expanding it even further, like optimizing SMS protection and voice protection. And this way we will keep SMS safe and build trust within the brands and within the MNOs and end users. And with all of us working together, we can turn around this negative trend and help to protect our customers, brands, and the users. Thank you very much all for listening. I wish you all the best and have a great day.